Welcome to Miss Lam's Math World. Today we are going to handle the quadratic equation in a format of exponential equations. First, if you got such an equation, you need to find out which one is the variable we have to substitute. Alright, okay, so for example, you have to substitute y is equal to 2 to the power x like this, anyway, or you may have other power, right? Anyway, exponential equations. So step 1 is like this, okay? So step 2, you have to solve the equation in y, and then same as before, for each value of y, so we substitute x again to solve it. Okay, so this one you need to be careful of the way to handle the power. So let's got some revision first. If you want to handle the power, you need to think which one is the correct one. So option 1, option 2. When we handle the power in this way. So we have maybe these 3 choices for you to have a look. Sorry, it should be this one. Okay, so these are the things you may think of when you come up with the term of 2 to the power 2x. Right? And so let's recall the property of the index law. So if I got m plus n to the exponential, that means a to the power m plus n, it will be equals to a to the power m times a to the power n. Alright? And then if you got a to the power m times n, multiply. Okay? When they multiply together, they will got a to the power m bracket and then power n, or a to the power n and m, because when you multiply the two numbers, you can swap them. So these two, you can swap and decide which one to be the outside, which one to be the inside. Okay? So for the statement 3, option 3, here, this one is 2 square times 2 to the power x. This one, it should be 2 to the power 2 plus x. That means they are not equal. Option 3 is not correct. And to start with, we have to select the one which is from option 1 or option 2. And then, of course, we have to have a look on the term in the middle, which is here. 3 times 2 to the power x. That means we let y to be 2 to the power x. So y to be 2 to the power x, that means we have to choose option 2 as a result. Option 1 is not incorrect, okay, but it is just not useful in this question. Because if I want to do this question, you may need to actually multiply 2 squared to be 4 to the power x for other uses. Okay, that means it is not a good way to be used in this question. Anyway, so let's start the calculation. So step 1, when you got a question, figure out the term we have to substitute, that means the y here, which is 2 to the power x. Then, of course, we have to check if the first term is able to change to the format of square. Okay, so we have the square, 2 times x, right? So the 2 make it to be the square. And then put 2 to the power x inside. So right now, you can substitute y is equal to 2 to the power x. Or you say let, or you say substitute. Both of them are fine. Then we will get y squared minus 3y plus 2 is equal to 0. So we solve them as usual. You get y is, x to the power x equals to 1. Alright, so this time we can check the power, which is x is equal to 1, right? We copy the exponential as the answer. For the second one, 1 is 2 to the power 0. Then x is equal to 0. That's it. And then you may substitute the answer into the equation and see if we need to reject any. So this time, both of them are correct. Next, please turn to page 1.13 and have a look on example 1.19. So this time it will be more difficult as this term looks troublesome to handle. But then we still have to start with the variable we are going to substitute, which is 3 to the power x here. Because you see the number 3 is smaller than 9. And then we will check how we should choose the term for the substitution. Okay, so as we mentioned in the last question, we got these two index law to help us to handle 9 to the power x plus 1. So we will handle the plus sign first. Okay, so let us write it here. For the plus sign, it will actually means we will split it into multiply. Okay, so that means 9 to the power x times 9 to the power 1. That means anyway 9 times 9 to the power x. But then for 9 to the power x we can handle, and then to make it something like this. Is that okay? What is something like this? Because we are going to link it up with 3 to the power x. So to handle, that means we have to check the power of 3. So 3 to the power 1 is 3, 3 to the power 2 is 9, and so on. And then now, 9 is equals to 3 squared. So after that, we can swap these two numbers, okay? These two can be swapped. It becomes 9 times 3 to the power x and then square. Alright? When you understand how to handle this term, so you can put it here, put it back into the equation, and then we can let the y as 3 to the power x, such that it becomes 9y squared plus 7y minus 2 is equal to 0. Okay, for the rest of the calculation, it is not difficult. So our main important part is the way to handle the first number. The two important steps. Step number 1, to split it, and then step number 2 is to change 9 to the power x into 3x and then square. Okay, substitute and you'll get these two, right? And then you can see we can't get the 3 to the power x to be this one easily. It is not a nice number. So what can we do? So we can take log. Right, and then x, take it out. So when we take out is say put the power in this way, so that you can use a calculator to get the answer. Done. And for the next one, this one will be rejected. Why? If we take log on both sides, suppose you take log, so log 3 to the power x equal to log -1. So check with the calculator. So this one is undefined, math error. So we will reject that answer. As a result, we only get x is equal to -1.37 as the answer. Alright, so this one is a level 2 question. The difficult point is the power is not easy to check, the square term. It's not easy to find out, and then you have to be careful to split the power in this way. And also we have to change 9 into 3 square to complete the things. So that's the end of this session. See you in the next part.